Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm glad you're here today. So Christmas is coming. The holiday season is upon us and we are getting ready for all things hosting. So in an effort to help get my house ready for that, I'm fixing to deep clean my kitchen. Now I like to keep my kitchen pretty tidy and dishes we cook every single day, so I always have dishes. Like that's normal stuff around here. But as far as deep cleaning goes, I'm gonna clean the outside of my cabinets. They are kind of a wood, like they're not painted or anything. And so I'm just gonna dust them and then clean them with like a pledge polish kind of thing. And then I'm going to steam mop the floors in my kitchen and dining area just so like the kitchen is really clean, not just kind of surface level. And I'm also going to do some normal tidying. I'm going to handle the dishes in our kitchen. I'm going to clean my kids' rooms and then do some laundry. So there's some tidying involved in this video, but a lot of it's just deep cleaning. So if you are ready for some motivation to clean your space, maybe get ready for the holidays in your own home, I hope this video helps set the tone for you and make you want to do it. And if you just want to sit on the couch and watch this video and maybe drink some coffee, or a Diet Coke or something and just rest, I hope you can do that. But if you need to get some cleaning done and want to clean alongside me, let's do that. So let's get started now. I know I've shared on these videos before, but I'm definitely a tidying up kind of girl. I like to clean just a little bit every day and not let our house get too dirty. I do not like having to set aside multiple hours on a weekend to clean our house because it's so out of control. And I have done that in the past. Like there have been different seasons of my life that's worked okay. But in this season of life, I'm just a little bit busier. I've got so much going on in our schedule just with our house and our family and extracurricular activities and jobs and all of that, it really makes me not want to clean big chunks at a time. So I really like to tidy. And then there are certain times where I know we have to do deeper cleans, and that's what I'm kind of preparing myself for today. I've got to mentally prepare to deep clean our kitchen. But one of the things that I feel like has really helped when I do these kind of cleans is I start out with a pretty clean space. So if I'm going to organize something or declutter something or just really do a deep dive and clean spaces that aren't cleaned very often, I have to start with a pretty clean space to begin with. So that's why you see I'm starting to clean our kitchen just in the normal rhythm of how I clean this kitchen. I like to clean the counters off. I like to vacuum, and I like to do the dishes. And so once I get those basic things done, then I can do deeper cleans. So for now, I'm just going to go ahead and vacuum the entire kitchen, but I'm going to spend a little bit more time right here under our bar stool area. My kids eat a lot of snacks right here, so this area just gets pretty dirty on the reg. But I'm going to vacuum this first before I start my deep cleaning of the kitchen. And that would be my recommendation for you too. If you don't enjoy doing the deep cleans, if you have to kind of psych yourself up for that, which I'm guilty, I have definitely got to psych myself up before I do these kind of cleans. Try starting out with a clean space. So sometimes I will clean on one day and then wait until the next day to do a deep clean or a deep organizing, or decluttering. So I don't know, do what you can, but maybe try doing that, having a clean space before you get started, and see if that helps you feel less overwhelmed if you tend to feel overwhelmed when you're cleaning your spaces. Okay, the kitchen is clean, and I'm going to start doing the deep cleaning work that I was talking about earlier. So first off, I am choosing to just dust the cabinets. A few years ago, we did some updating to this kitchen when we moved into this home, and part of that is we took out the old countertops and had new counters installed. And the people who installed the counters did not tape off our kitchen. And you would not think it would be that big of a deal, but they ended up cutting the hole for the cooktop on site. And so they kind of drilled this countertop to make the hole, and it just made a huge mess. And I clean, pretty regularly. You see these videos, I clean often, but I feel like I'm still cleaning up just like this fine dust from the cabinet or the countertop being cut on site, and it was just not the best experience. So if we ever have granite installed in another home or any more in this home, I definitely will know to really check on the people who are installing it, make sure that they actually do tape off before they drill any or cut out any holes. So I learned that was my first time dealing with it, and still to this day I regret not asking them to actually tape it off really well. I think that they were just in a hurry and they had the stuff, they just didn't do it. So anyways, you live and you learn, but that's one of the reasons I'm dusting all of this area. No matter how often I clean, it just gets dusty really quick, and I think part of that is still just stuff from the counter after it got cut in here. Anyway, so I'm dusting first, and then I just have some Pledge dust cleaner that I'm spraying on my rag, and then kind of dusting the nooks and crannies of the cabinets. And I'm going to do the entire kitchen and get all of the cabinets cleaned, dusted, and then just kind of, I think this the spray that I'm using kind of helps make the shine on the cabinetry look better. So I'm going to do the rest of the kitchen now. to clean the cabinets. I noticed that this door to our pantry had seen better days, so I just wanted to go ahead and clean that too. I'm dusting kind of the top where just kind of dust settles, but I'm also just scrubbing this door. I don't know, maybe it's because that's where the snacks are, but there's lots of little finger smudges down kind of by the handle. So I cleaned that before I got back up on my step stool and started cleaning the rest of the cabinetry. I also changed methods here. I stopped spraying the rag with the Pledge cleaner and just started spraying the cabinets directly. I don't know which one is the better process, but I did switch over and I think it sped up the process a little bit. So the kitchen at this point is done in terms of like the cabinetry, and I decided to take a little bit of a break from the kitchen and move on to laundry. I try to do a load of laundry every single day. Now this particular day I had some laundry already in my dryer before I started another load in the washing machine, so technically, I'm dealing with 2 loads of laundry this day, but I went ahead and took care of my kids' bedding. So I always feel accomplished when I get that done. Doing 4 beds is just a lot of beds, and it's just a lot of laundry. So I'm taking care of that today. But then in a minute, I will be heading back to the kitchen to do some more deep cleaning. Okay, I'm back in the kitchen and I cleaned a couple more cabinets, just the lower cabinets. And the lower cabinets were by far dirtier than the upper cabinets, probably just because things get spilled on them. Right now I'm scraping dried milk off this cabinet. But anyways, that I had time because I was letting this steam mop heat up. And so at this point I have put fresh water in it and I cleaned the mop head. I dusted it and then I put a fresh, like the little rag thing that goes on the bottom of it. And so it's ready to go, and I let it heat up for a minute before I started the process. And I don't use this steam mop very often. In fact, I have my eye on a few other options that are available now, but I've had this one for a few years, and so I think it works okay. It's definitely not my favorite tool to use. I don't know. Sometimes I think it works better than others, and so I don't know. I don't know if it's just because it's old or maybe I'm just kind of picky on it. But I'm definitely considering buying something different and trying that. There's lots of sales out, right now since Black Friday is coming up, and just the Christmas season, so I might buy a new mop of some kind soon. But if I do, I will definitely show you guys what I get and give kind of a review about it. But anyways, I'm going to use what I have for now and mop the kitchen. And I honestly don't like this job very often. It takes a long time, and I have to, plan ahead enough to like wash the mop head and make sure I have this like gadget out of the closet and stuff. And we keep it out in our garage closet. So anyways, I have to plan ahead when I want to use it. So I just don't use it very often. I tend to vacuum pretty regularly, and then I will spot clean with just like Dawn detergent on a washcloth if I have to get something off the floor that doesn't come up with the vacuum. So anyways, I'm doing this chore even though it's not my favorite, just because that's how it is. Sometimes we have to do certain things that are not necessarily fun, but definitely make us feel better. I feel so much happier when our home is clean, and I'm also so much more willing to have people over and host when I feel like the house is clean and ready to go. So I'm happy to be doing this chore now, just so the holiday season goes a little bit smoother, and I feel like I can welcome people into our home without being worried that the floor is kind of grimy. So now I'm going to move on to my kids' rooms. Like I said, I washed their bedding this day, and so I'm making their beds now with fresh sheets and clean quilts and comforters, and I washed it all. So I'm happy to be making their beds now. All right, so here's a shot of what their room looks like clean. I washed all of their bedding and made their beds, and I vacuumed the floor and just made sure there were no dirty clothes. So their room's good to go, and they get to come home to a clean room after school today. So since I have finished my to-do list, I'm going to enjoy a cup of coffee really quick, and I need to sit down and check some emails and get a little bit of work done. But for now, the house is clean and I'm feeling good with what I got done today, and I'm ready to enjoy my second cup of coffee for the day. It was an early morning here, so it's still kind of early in the day, but I'm going to drink some coffee and rest for a minute before I start the next next couple things on my to-do list. So I'm so glad you're here today and that you watched this video, and I hope you found it motivating and encouraging. And if you liked this video, please remember to like it and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I will see you in the next one. Bye!